Nina had always loved coffee tables, not just as furniture, but as centers of life in the living room. They held her morning coffee, books, plants, and sometimes memories. But the table she had inherited from her grandparents was plain and functional, sturdy but uninspiring. Its legs, in particular, seemed bland, easily overlooked by guests and family alike. That's when Nina had a spark of inspiration: epoxy-topped coffee table legs. She wanted something subtle yet striking, a hidden artistry that would elevate the table without overwhelming the room. She began by carefully removing the legs from the tabletop and sanding them to smoothness, preserving the natural wood grain while removing scratches and imperfections. Each leg had its own character: slight curves, small knots, and unique grain patterns that she knew would interact beautifully with epoxy. She envisioned a design that highlighted the natural beauty of the wood while adding a shimmering, magical accent at the tops of the legs, mixing clear epoxy resin with deep, rich pigments, burnt amber, forest green, and hints of iridescent gold. Nina poured a thin layer onto the tops of each leg. She tilted and rotated the legs to encourage the resin to flow into natural crevices, creating movement and depth. The resin captured the wood grain beneath while forming a glassy, glossy surface that looked almost like a liquid gemstone. To enhance the effect, Nina embedded tiny decorative elements, crushed quartz, flecks of mica, and miniature seashells into the resin. Each addition was deliberate, positioned to catch light at different angles, creating hidden surprises that only became visible when viewed closely. She repeated the process, layering epoxy carefully to achieve a dimensional effect where colors swirled and shimmered beneath the smooth surface. Once cured, Nina reattached the legs to the tabletop, stepping back to admire the transformation. The table now had a quiet elegance. The epoxy tops caught sunlight and lamplight alike, sparkling subtly without being gaudy. Guests were drawn to the table instinctively, touching the legs to feel the smooth resin and marveling at the hidden beauty that had been absent before. The epoxy elevated the table, turning it into a focal point of the room while maintaining the warmth and charm of the original wood. Through this project, Nina realized that even small, overlooked parts of furniture could carry beauty, character, and personality. The table legs, once mundane, now told a story of craftsmanship, patience, and creativity. Every detail mattered: the wood grain, the subtle pigment blends, and the embedded inclusions all contributed to a unique and harmonious work of functional art. This project also taught Nina the importance of precision, patience, and layering in epoxy work. Each layer required attention to detail and careful curing, but the results were breathtaking. The table legs became a testament to how epoxy resin could transform ordinary furniture into extraordinary pieces, blending artistry with utility. Every time Nina used the table, she felt pride and delight, knowing that even the smallest components could carry beauty, surprise, and wonder. By combining natural wood, layered epoxy, and thoughtful inclusions, Nina had turned simple coffee table legs into miniature works of art, demonstrating that even functional, everyday furniture can be elevated with creativity and care.